Oh, yeah.
난 삐그덕 삐그덕 걸음거리고 장난버린 듯이 walk Don't care about a thing 난 내 기분대로 walk 걸음거리고 장난 듯이 삐그덕 삐그덕 난 삐그덕 걸음거리고 장난버린 듯이 walk Don't care
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at NCT 127's track entitled Walk. I believe this is their newest release. This is also a Patreon request. Shout out to Kit for the request. They are your resident requester for NCT 127, so any request that you see from this group you thank Kit for. They are a real one through and through every month, coming in recommending some great stuff. So I cannot wait to dive into this because, like I said, it's their newest track for the group, and I've just seen a couple of the shorts and it looks like a whole vibe. So we're gonna have the music video, we have like a movement performance version, a fixed dance practice, and a behind the scenes. So we got a lot of fun to be had. Let's go ahead and get started. I've heard this part. Oh, that bass though. A little Indian top rock, yeah, yeah. For real. Oh, I don't know how sanitary that is, but hey, live your life. Don't eat that. Don't do it. That's so dangerous to drive on the car like that. Oh. Oh, yeah. YOLO, come on. Hey, 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 oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, woo, 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 that was good. That's good. Oh, I bet that Sussy shirt's like $1,255 or something like that. Oh man. Yeah, I'm that person in the back flipping my feet. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, bless that. Ooh, okay, we have a performance version ready to go. No, I do know we have two people missing. I know Taeil is injured, but we'll see him in the behind the scenes, and Taeyoung is enlisted in the military. So that's why we're at 7. I'm aware of that. Thank you, Kit, for that. And then I think I was able to guess like 2-3 people the last time that I had taken a look at their stuff. So maybe we'll have some more guesses here, but let's go. More fun to be had. It's probably going to be even more chaotic. Oh. Boo. Are they security? Do they run the place? Blah, blah, blah. This one looks really fun when you have people to dance with. On the beat. This is a really nice track. Yeah. You know, this does make me excited for the fixed cam. Because by nature, it's pretty simple in structure. But God, how they're doing it. They have groove. Yeah. Bom, bom, bom with the bass. This is really vibe. And we syncopate the Indian top rock on the bass. That's so cool. Yeah. For real. I bet they trip on those pants, because I sure do when I wear pants that like full. God, I love it. What are we doing, sir? Part of me wishes they had name tags just for people like me. That's Utah, isn't it? Yeah! Woo! Good night. I literally just freaking, I'll be busting it down. Like that, yep, just like that, yep. Gosh, I can't wait for this in a fixed cam just so I can really see what's going on. Gosh, such a vibe though. The camera really helps aid in the vinyl scratches. Yeah. It's a cool. Yeah, we're doing a little like little Bobby Brown, little Bismarcky vibes. Come on. Yeah. Little crisscross. Yeah. Oh. That was cool. Yeah, with a shamrock. You heard. Oh, I heard it. And God, I love it. Thank you for that. Oh. That's a cool shot though, but yeah. Yeah. That was really funny. That was cool. All right. This is the Fixed Cam 1 take dance practice. I cannot wait for this. 3, 2, 1, go. Turn it up. Really nice glides for that. The direction change was super nice. Yes, the extra shoulder. Gosh, the speed changes are so captivating. Yes, Tae, we here? Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Is right. This is a proper hype, man. Yeah. I ain't gotta do it. He'll do it for us. Pass, pass. I like his tone on this one. Yeah. So if you notice, the camera on the cinematic versions really made that look really nice onto the vinyl scratches, which is what you use the camera for. I don't hate it at all. So fun. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, one is hanging up on the freaking ceiling. Unhinged, my guys. Yes. Hey, that was really, really nice. From the top, here we go. Love the hypeness of this. I'm not really super worried about like how clean it is, because when you go with a concept like this, it's rock and bounds. Groove is vital. I say this every time we are introduced to a hip-hop themed concept, where firstly hip-hop's a culture, it's not really a style of dance, and they do have a lot of hybrid material in here that people would call hip-hop, but actually some of it comes from a more boogaloo background, a little bit more of like animation, more isolation, which mostly a lot of times pertains to that West Coast vibe. But I'm excited to talk about it. It's gonna be super cool. I really love how like unhinged even the bandanas got at the certain part on this too. So this right here, so they lift the arms up, boom. Notice the shoulders and the chest. If I've never told you what a groove is, this is something that verbiage-wise I received from Castro. I'm working one-on-one with him. He is a popping educator based out of New York, and I was able to have a great conversation with him about this. Groove originates from the chest and the shoulders. That is your soul. That is you as a person, not you as a dancer, you as a person. And the core and the hips allow the body to provide support for that groove. And so all of this that we're seeing right up here, that is them as an individual, which I really, really love to see, and I love the fact that we get to explore that here. Now, in a certain reference to a style of dance or like a certain cultural dance like hip-hop, there's a certain groove that kind of has like mechanic-wise that you do end up seeing that gives it more of a natural look of that movement. Does that kind of make sense? So it's kind of like the best way I can word it right now. I hope in the future, as I begin to uncover more verbiage, more vocabulary, and more references, that I'll be able to refine that a little bit better. But I love how they're rocking in it a little bit in the back. And notice the shoulders. So that's a really big thing in all this. So if you're just moving your arms and you're not allowing the torso to get involved, it's not going to feel authentic, because it's not. There's no soul in it, and you gotta have soul in it. The clap is super fun there. This right here gives that little city rock vibes, and that's something that you would see more on the viral scene, very new school 2020s. That is definitely not the same as like doing a Running Man or a Reject or something, but it's really cool how complementary it is because of some of the overlap and some of the tonal colors or percussion that gets used in both. I love that little extra extra legato presence from our first feature. And this right here, they step and they hit. So there's a little accent where they step and then they drop it just a little bit, adding a little bounce there. So fun. And everyone doing their own thing. God, I love it. It's really fun. This is what I mean by this is individuality. This is what that looks like. But then in order for us to appreciate it, they have to be structured enough in cleanliness, not squeaky clean, but clean enough to see when we want to go and move together as one. Also when we want to showcase different dynamics, because it's not just a group that's in a social scene. It's not really that at all. It's a group that's showcasing choreography that comes from a social scene, but there needs to be enough structure for the general public, because it's a K-pop group, to be able to digest the information that you're given, as well as you want the track to be digestible enough for the common listener to appreciate it, especially if they appreciate this genre. I like that little ball change. Boom. Notice there was a reverb and the reset so stable in their legs right here at that beat. They go boom. I don't know if they ended up double popping on that. Let me go. No, they go up, down. So they prep, so they lock in the torso. Boom, flex the core. They drop it. Love it. Then I love how he's the only one that moves. And then what he's doing is he's kind of pointing, directing, and then there's other people that kind of break off and have their own little moment. Doon, doon, doon. What really sold it is looking at the hand too. It feels very conversational. We love it. The slide through, and all of them were leaning away from the walk. Oh my God, I love it. The accents here. So because the name of the song is called Walk, it is naturally assumed that how they walk in transition is going to be a focal point and something that is vital to get their point across, just like the rock and bounce, just like having a groove if you're going to do a hip hop genre piece. So that is why I'm really captivated and I'm intrigued to go through this, to talk through these things. So I love the subtlety, da 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 da. So they suspend and sustain on one side, and then they triplet, and then they sustain on the other side. They milk it through. Oh, then right here, boom, boom, he resets. So there's a lot of these really quick resets, which are super fun. Then that right there was nice, where they go, we punch, and we have some nodding as we created a really fun speed change. Ooh, we're melting today. And we go up, tiki-da. And this right here, look at the glide. So a glide, more so you see that in the boogaloo side of things. Was it present over on the East Coast in the hip hop? I mean, there's always a chance, but I would say whenever I would see people in Sept, gliding, sliding, that kind of vibe, I've seen it more in the boogaloo scene. Now, there is electric boogaloo, the style, but whenever I'm using the term boogaloo, it's the umbrella term that a lot of people say popping for. But since in the popping community, popping is its own style, and we don't want to experience a sense of historical erasure of styles that originated prior to popping, that would be under this umbrella. That's why the term boogaloo, boogalooing, which is dancing back on the West Coast side in the funk era, that's why we're going to use that for my context. Because I know some people have gotten confused in the past whenever I just say it, so I wanted to provide that clarity. If this is your first video with me, that's why I use that. So notice the gliding here, how they prep through. Part of it is giving the illusion that you're floating, right? And so that's why you would hear gliding, floating, kind of interchangeable depending. I would say just a smidge more clarity, especially if they're all going to be doing it at the same time. But I understand the point of it, right? So we see the dynamic shifts take place in the transition. We're here for it. I love it. Notice it's a transition too. I love it to go boom and boom, boom. Notice it's a bass. So we sustain once more, and then we double. Really nice. Letting the chest get involved on that. So fun. And we turn. I love that. Now right here. And so we have our feature up nice and tall. So he's hitting it. And then everybody else is a little bit lower in their level. Some of them are lower than others. You know, that's more of a preference we see. But at least we can clearly see our feature there. So they go. Look at the speed change. Hit and hit. Oh my God. Like some of these moves just probably they feel so good to do. And so looking at the choreo just feels satisfying, and it feels good for that reason, especially if you're a dancer and you've done these moves and these sequences before. This brush right here, you feel so full and you feel filthy in like a complimentary way, where you're just living and you're sinking in the music. And that's what a lot of these grooves and a lot of these moves are, is they help you kind of adjust and actually sit in the music, in the pocket of the track, and not just like dance on top of it. I love it. Love it. Yeah, the brushes are so fun. And then you have the accent with the head. And then we go and we use the shoulder to transition out of it. We love it with the clap. And then right here, and then notice that we have our arm extended, and then we swing that hand down, that arm down, and we use the hip, pressing the weight into the back leg. We ball change it. But honestly, I feel like I'm shocked more people aren't sticking their tongue on this mess, because that would be me the whole time. And I like how he has more subtlety and naturally has them as a feature, not just because he's in the center, but because he moved the least amount as well. So now look how mirrored it is. Also, some people may be asking, Jess, would this be a formation structure that could easily calibrate to 9? I really do think so. If you have an odd number, like 9 would have all of your members, and then you drop it down to another odd number, you would just remove like your outsides or your outliers, unless you're dealing with abstract formations, which right here, I mean, it would be your circle, or it would just be your line distribution for features. So that would be the only instances where you could experience that kind of issues. But I would say having Taeil and Taeyang fit right in, I don't see that being a concern. I would honestly think 8 would be a bigger issue to figure out, going from even to odd or odd to even, because certain formation structures are just easier in the transitions whenever you have when you have the number that you have, odd or even, if that makes sense. So odd, stick with odd. So I would say having Taeil and Taeyang join in, I would say together, that would just be a really easy thing versus just Taeil joining in, if that makes sense. So I hope I answered that potential question. Now this here, what are we doing? Yeah, we just hit, notice there's a little hinge of the hips to make that full. I really like the choices, and none of it looks forced, and that's what's also really enjoyable. It looks easy. And it's not easy to do, especially when you're singing at the same time. We always forget that. They're singing too. And that's what's so impressive about it. You know, if they were dancing, that's whatever. We'd say, go more full out. No, you're doing great. The little pulls are nice. That was a subtle fixed point. When I talk about a fixed point, is whenever there's like a fixed part of the body that's stuck in the space and everything moves around it. And so that right here, you see that a lot in K-pop choreo, and I love it every time we see it. You see it a lot more than you think you do, now that we talked about it. But that little pull was subtle but very effective. It allowed a really nice visual in our transition. It goes back in, dun dun, and we go and we do a nice little suspension pull on the other side, and then right here we go, little ball change on the bases, ba-boom, ba-boom, and then we go, that right here is a switch, it's just a heel twist, and we're swinging the hinge of the rock in the back, good night, no, it goes, night, that's what it sounds like in the vocals. So how they hit that in the movement just matched so well how it was being executed. And that right there, night, then we go breakaway, done. The reason for this working so well is because this was so still, right? That's my point, is if you want us to celebrate individuality, you got to know when to lock it in and be together when you need to be together. And that's what we're seeing here. I love it. Don, tick-a-dong, tick-a-dong, And they're matching kind of low-key texture, more so dynamic than texture. And then we have the doon-doon, the little doon-doon. That bass is freaking killer. Yeah, and then we turn. I love that. They're nice and low, very clear. You have his moment right here. Is that, I would say, is the tall person Johnny? I have a feeling I've guessed him before. He was one of the tallest members, right? And I think I've gotten Taeyong right too, the leader, and he always wears such fashionable fits. I never dare to Google them because I bet they're so expensive. But anyway, I digress. But I think that's Johnny in the middle. I think I guess Yuta, and I've always known Mark. So I think so far I have 4 out of 9 that I can comfortably kind of find, which I find great success for. So we love that. They go bring it up. I love that, having those two come from the outside in the transition. Then the bump, so it's a little bit more full in the arms, and because the bass was more prioritized in that moment, it makes sense why you see it more full here. And we go, I love the little brush on that. They drop, boom, love that. Really nice and full, very weighty. Transition, notice we're all in it, and we're swimming through the track. We're not just moving. We have a reason. We're keeping the vibe. We're keeping the rock and the bounce present through the whole thing. Our groove is not getting cut off. The flow is being maintained, which is something you have to have whenever you're going to freestyle. Like, the freestyle element is here, and that's what I appreciate, because that's like a social cultural thing to maintain, is having a freestyle. And having that flow showcase, not just in choreography, but through whenever they're moving freely, that's really nice and very captivating. So I thank them for that. That right there, I think, is a clung, clung, clung. So it goes back, so the body goes back, back, drop. It did feel like we were going for like a little Indian top rock, and that's kind of what we're going to chalk it up to. And then that there into a little body roll, reset. We call that a jack. We hit up, and look at that. Boom, and we go, and we hinge it around, and we reset. And whoosh, there's a little whip sound, like wha-cha, that's happening, and you hear that hit every time. Then we go, and then we go da na 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 na, and we're hitting it up. They're like, hey, cypher moment, Mark, here he is. Just kidding, new feature. We melt around, do-doom, the double bounce that. How do they do it? Where's the origination of the source? Do-doom. Some of them are choosing chest, some are choosing arm, some are choosing leg. For me, my go-to would be the chest pop. I feel more comfortable doing that. in places, but also the arm is something I'm working on, bicep, tricep flexing. Like that. Once again, another little individual moment right here, but we showcase levels to still maintain your features. So that was smart on Mark to lower so we can clearly see him. And I like his choice to deviate the opposite way of everybody else leaning this direction. So that was super cool. From here, they swim it, and I think they swim from the sternum, not the head. Head would be snaking. Yeah, so they reset with the shoulder. Oh, I love that. Boom. And then there's that heel. Goes heel, just a little toe switch. I love that. With the chest, that's what I'm talking about. That's a groove. Boom, boom. Look at that. And the chin up. God, that's so cool. This, if you're going to do a hip-hop concept, you need to have this. You got to have groove in it. Like, that's what makes this feel so freaking good, is that you see it and you're like, oh, why does it feel good? That's why, everyone. That's why groove's important. It's because it makes you freaking melt to the floor. Thank you, boys, for this. Love it. Cherry Bomb was worth it. You know, if we had to have Cherry Bomb to get this, you did it. Now right here, I love this part, syncopated. Da-dun, da-dun. So they walk, so I love the levels, and then you have 4 of them stay still, and then 3 of them go, and they go and rotate with the ooh. So you have the head, a little bit of an ISO going on, and then they're letting the legs move around as well. It's giving a smidgen, before I say that, hold on. Okay, I'll say it. It really felt like a really structured crazy legs, which is what you would see in popping. And here's the thing. If I'm referencing a name of something and you're like, oh, I've never heard that move called that, please go be curious, because just like for me, every time I watch analysis videos, or like I do analysis, there are more times than not where there's a move where I've seen it and I've recognized, but I couldn't quite clock the specific name for, or the parent style, or the parent movement of it, so I try to do double checks. And so there's always a chance that I can overlook or misidentify something, so my apologies in advance. I'm just a human like everybody else. I'm looking at it for the first time today, but that right there, but I just went and checked, that's why I did that, is a crazy legs. Now crazy legs has a lot more to it than just that, but I really like the essence of it. Crazy legs starts from popping, remember West Coast, we love it, more of that boogaloo, right? If we're gonna put the under the umbrella, I love that part. Ball change, but the walk, like I said, the walk matters in this a lot. And then they figure it out. And then look, they do a little swivel. We'll call it more of like a knee swivel today too. And then they walk it again. And they have this little tug that's happening in the torso, which is what really makes that walk accented the way that it does. I love this part. Boom, boom, and they take it. Back, front, drop. I love that. So it's similar to what we've already seen, but it's a different formation, so it's repackaged, and also how we have our feature. I think that's Johnny, right? The doom, nice and a little bit more slinky, right? It's just more accented, more speed change. I love that. And it goes boom, boom, and they double it versus down and up with a weight shift. Oof. Then they go back in, boom, and I like the bounce and the rock. Thank you for continuing to do it. It is very deceptively fatiguing. It's tiring. It is. So they're doing a fantastic job. He's having his moment. I love that. They take the arms around. We love that choice. And they ball chains, boom, and they accent here. Utah, I think he accented with his chest. Oh, well, no, it's just accented, though. I like his little brush over. They all go the other way. He hits it over up the top. Cool. Then they go, they pick up, they do a little tap of the heel, and then they do a nice little tension body roll. Brush and brush. Woo! Then they swivel it backwards to make their circle. Oh, that was so cool. And then you have Yuta right there, very seamlessly integrating himself into the circle because one of them shot it over to where he can be in the center. Yeah, and I like the spacing right here so he can very seamlessly move forward. And then right here, that's the move that we've kind of already seen, but during, I think, Johnny's section, where they went into the 2 lines, they did something similar, but they didn't hit with the ball change. They hit, and they ended up speed changing, which was really cool. Then right here, oh, now let's check to see if they have fluidity and connection. Okay, so it goes torso, so he hits it, knocks it, triggers the torso to drop, and then we have it breaking into the knees, and then we transition it over. I love me a good wave. It interprets runs so well. All day, baby. Come on. I love that. Look at that speed change. Yeah! And then you have your next dancer coming on up, and they go high, low, really go. With a walk, just like what we've seen. And we do our thing. I love it. They're like, hey, look at that. We're halfway done. Let's go. Swing and swing and swing. Then we go. Subtlety. He's chill. We ain't got to do much. Just nice. What? Yeah, correct. Boom, 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 boom. You notice the first one they went low. The second one they went higher. Very nice. Yep, brush. They kick. I love that choice. Everyone makes their own decision on how they kick as long as the kick exists. Go to their new spot. Then right there they do a cross out. It's like a, oh, that felt like a crisscross, Chris Ross, little jack with a swing. With a little knee accent. God, I love that. It's cool. Here we go. Yeah. And that was really impressive coming from the person who was actually vocalizing that, because that was a 3-part polyrhythm he just did. He went boom, tension, going on a different plane than his knees, and he was also da 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 da. Guys, that is a lot harder than you think it is. So just because their movement may come across simplistic, if they are doing that movement and it is on a different pattern than what their vocals are, that is a polyrhythm. Just like it is if you're doing this with a little bit of footwork. It's the same thing, and it's deceptively difficult. When you have singers who dance, which is what K-pop is for the most part, it's singers who dance, rappers who dance. Like, that's so cool to be able to appreciate, and I hope that I'm able to be a proper advocate for that. It is hard to do, and they're doing a fantastic job of that. That right there. Now this part here, we do a little heel toe, and then notice what the torso does on this. I really like that. That's where most of the energy is coming from, is the upper body, is that torso, is that groove. And then they take that leg, they bring it back, and then from here they take it, they punch it back. I think like it's interesting because the foot doesn't give reject, but the actual technique of it does. So this little pull is giving reject, but normally it's more laid back, and the chuck happens on a different, like, it's the leg that's up has a different angle that's given. So we're going to call that a reject variant today. And if you don't, some people may have heard it called the jerk. There is another move called the jerk, but I know the song You're a Jerk, the move in it is technically called a reject. So I hope that I provided some clarity there. If you were curious as to what I was talking about, it was that move. I love how they swing it around right here into the whoa, and they go boom, boom. So they double it boom, boom, on that shoulder. Take the arms, boom, right here. Now, I've seen this move as like a Real Love. If you watch New Jeans, they do that there, or maybe they do Flight Girl. I don't remember, but it's one of those where they go into the well. Oh, he just resets with the arms. So it's really just like 2 right angles, boom, using the triceps to help get it reset in line with the shoulder. So it's not really a Real Love or anything like that. They go hit it back, we do a throw, let's go. It goes boom, boom. That was so freaking seamless, pulling them bandanas out. They said, let's go. Like a little saddle pony. They could low-key have pulled a shmoney out of it, but they didn't. They said, we're going to do this really accented, like, cat vomit pony is what I would call that. But that's so cool, though. Like, it's not like that wasn't a critique. That was like, I love it. And that's like the best way to word it. It's like there's this little jerk that's happening in the diaphragm. And that's all. It just chalks it up to my cat just having a moment, having a hairball attack. That's just what it reminds me of. But anyway, it's so fun. Right here, I like that. Ooh, notice what's going on. They're letting the hips push on this, and they're letting the body be residual. Now, normally with the groove, you would want to have like your chest and your shoulders. That would be what leads, and then your hips and your core support. So that's an interesting note here. But I'm still learning and growing in that too. I love to lead with my hips. So that's such a habit that I have to learn to be okay with exploring both sides of leading and then following too. So that's really fun. I love that. And some of them are even like digging the hip down a little bit more. Yuta is. It's so fun. All subtly different, but they're matching the direction. The lift is nice. Now right there, boom. This right here is giving Bismarcky vibes. Boom. But they're throwing it a little bit more. I've heard Bobby Brown, but I've heard a different version of the Bobby Brown. And then there's like a Bobby Brown that Link's taught before, where it looks super similar to a Bismarcky. But that I've seen called Bismarcky, the nut, so we're going to call it that today. I love that. Boom, do-do-do. I like the little shimmy on the tail end of that. We come up, boom, boom, boom. And I notice the formation is tailoring out to the corners. Really cool. And then they take this right here. They go, nice little slide. They drop, boom, and a cross and a hit. Really nice on this. And they cross it, so they end up doing it 2 times, but it's not like completion of phrases. It's like right near the end of a phrase, and then they're walking to transition to a new phrase. Yeah, I love that. They take it, whoop, and then they swivel. Now, here's how this works. It's about your weight shift. So what's happening here, Yuta's a fantastic freaking example of this. He is probably my MVP of this dance. It's so freaking nice watching him move when I notice him. So how they're sitting in this, yes, their legs are stable, but you have to see what's going on from the thighs. The thighs really can tell a lot, where it's nice and subtle. When you shift your weight, that's going to allow your bounce and your rock to have movement and depth to it if you're facing the direction that you are. So if you go back and look, watch where their weight goes. That's what's happening. So their feet are stable, but look at all the rest of it. They're swinging it. They're making like a little figure 8 on it. Ooh, it's filthy. And a little dog. Guys, And the little step with the torso change. Torso change. I love it. Dun, 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 dun. Because the bass deviates from what is normally done, having them deviate also makes sense too. And a little crisscross. That's a crisscross. We love that. I love his extra turn on that. Definitely he deviated as a feature. We're here for it. Then he hit that boom, 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 boom. And he goes, ha, his choir. Yes, yes. Then they go body, roll, and then they shift it over to the side, and it goes, and then they take this. A part of me wishes there was a little bit more of a head ISO, boom, boom. But that's just wishful thinking. You ain't gotta have it. That's so freaking sick. They're using the fist to create a nice pattern when the ball change, boom, ball change. It's dope. And they hinge it up, not hinge it, but they suspend it over to the side, locking that torso in, and then they go boom, 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 boom. It does look like are they stepping? I don't think they're heel toeing. Some of them are going tap, tap, heel, toe. It just provides more of that bass representation with that degree of fullness. Sometimes you can go pop, 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 or just tap, tap, tap with the foot. But some are going tap, tap, heel, toe, which I would probably opt for that too. I think it would just feel more comfortable. And they go, and I like how they rotate it, and then you have this little, look at the hinge, look at the hips. They said goodbye. And they dig it in, boom, to doom, really nice. Yeah, so it goes a nice suspension, nice tension. Yeah, now right here, it's just, that's giving like, it's living like we're going to the club, and that's just what you do. Like, that's just, oh my god, it's so fun. So fun. I love that. And they throw it. Yep, they noticed it. They're like, huh? Over. Pick up the foot. I love that right there. Super fun. Point, slide, drop. Goodness gracious. They probably must be so freaking tired, and they gotta drop all the way down. Slide, drop. Really nice. Normally, you would have features, let everybody else drop, and you would stay up. That would be what I do. I'd say, y'all suffer, I'm staying up, peace. And then from there, I like the little extra bounce, boom, 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 boom. And then do clap, clap. I love that. It goes down, up, get out of my way, and that was a fun add-on. Then they take the swing. Now that looks similar to this little ball change that you see, but they take the arm, they swing it, and they let the hip complement it too. Yeah, so it's the shoulder and hip that make that happen. Hips support your groove, which comes from the chest and it comes from the chest and the shoulders. That's why that freaking works. Go back and watch. If he just did the shoulders, it would still work. You add the hip, it becomes filthier. Gosh, yeah! I love that. Boom. That was so nice. Boom. I like that little snap back. And then they do a little shamrock out of it where they step and they rotate. Boom. That right there. That's a shamrock. Boom. Get out of my way. And then they go. Ba-da-da-da-da. They go and then push on the chest to help push the energy forward. And they go, hey. And they finish. And I like having I like having those that are right by the feature face towards the outside. So freaking cool. I love it so much. Do we have a behind the scenes? You bet your bottom dollar we do. Let's put on the subs. Turn on my volume. Let's watch it. Let's go. Oh, they're also hearing it too. Yeah. Gosh. Hey-chan. How dare you be late? That's life. It happens. Aw. Cute. Love those pants. Yeah. Tonight. You know, this choreo feels like it'd be something that Weedham boys would make, huh? I'm trying to remember who did the choreo for this. Oh my god. I love these little symbols. It's not bad. Let's go from the top. Is that Ingu? I could be so wrong. I don't know. It sounds like him. I feel like I'm gonna pause. I normally don't pause, but I am just so curious. Yeah, this is the Weedham Boys choreo. It gives that like petty groove in it. And that is Ingyu, I bet you. I bet you. Yeah. You can throw your shoulder out doing that too. To the person. I love how empathetic he is to the person in front. Wah 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 wah. I think he dropped it on purpose. Who will drop the bandana? That's funny. That was funny. You. Now, part of me has tried to understand why we wear a ball cap on top of our hoodie like that, because it does nothing for you. Like, not at all. I've tried it. I'm like, this is so impractical. Like, what are we doing? That is a toss it up if you're curious. That move, this one. I'm gonna be real. Ingyu is a freaking dope choreographer. He's probably one of my favorites on Weed and Boys' arsenal, like on their lineup. I think his was probably one of my favorite choreographies from the Street Fighter franchise. Was his for the sub leader group. It was filthy, so freaking good. Even his section in Law was so good. I bet that's so fun to learn. Oh my god. He has a lock. A chain with a lock on his arm. I don't think I've seen that before, like in that way. Sam, annyeonghaseyo. Annyeonghaseyo. Yo, yo, yo. Whoa. Also, can Ingyu see when he wears sunglasses like that? Should I analyze like that, wear my shades and just talk to you and you don't know where I'm looking? Gosh, these little faces made on the text is so fun. Ba 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 ba. Let go. Me too. Ooh, you better stretch. I need to do that right now, actually. Are y'all okay with that? I just got done dancing and your girl is so sore. Ugh. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Handkerchief. Dude, that's me with my phone. I'm like, where's my phone? In my pocket? Bingo. Such a Patrick move, isn't it? Where's my cotton candy? Where's my chocolate? But you ate it already. Hey, hey, hey. Gosh, the pants are so fun. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Such a weapon. Such a freaking weapon. I love that times 127. Funny. Yeah. Let's see what.
7 and 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ah! He said, ah! Yep, that's what you do with your bandana. You wear it on your face. The formations are really nice to this. They're not too complex. You don't want them too complex when you're doing this genre. Ah. Gosh, it's so cool. 다시 할게요. 오마. You know what I would say if I had a student? If I had somebody that do that, I'd be like, that's strike one. Got two more attempts. It's so funny that they haven't hit each other more. Literally. I feel like they would be the perfect group to just assault each other all the time with those freaking things. Yep, just physically move them. Absolutely. Absolutely. You taught me wrong. I thought that was on purpose. Oh, that's so funny. I'll also do it to you. He's like, I take it back. I forget they sing, like they can actually sing, but it's their song. Does that make sense? Like when I watch dancing so much, it's hard to connect it unless they're performing live. It's so funny. Again! He did it again! It's the same guy. They were the ones who said he would be the one to drop it. That is so funny. Yeah, yeah. Da 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 da. Hey. I know, I should be doing that more. We're uploading that one.
번 안 해, 한 번만 해요. 두번 하는 난 힙합이야, 형이 뭐 알아요?
You know what? I can tell that he doesn't do hip hop, and we're actually gonna go back because normally I talk about this. So my apologies for not bringing it up, but they are not wrong when they said he can't do hip hop. It's not that it can't; it's just that you could tell that his body doesn't do it. So watch. Notice he's rocking, he's knocking with the head, he's not using his chest. That's right here. That right there, he isolates it. He's not allowing like the chest and the shoulder to be connected, and he's not letting the hips support him either. All that. Yeah, so I hope, yeah, so my apologies for not sticking that out. I normally don't look at somebody and go, they don't do hip hop. You know, I try to avoid that, but yeah, now that they said it, we could talk about it. Yeah, so if you notice between Yuta and him, you can see the flow is different. So some of them are choosing to use their chest, they're using their hips to make these choices and the leans. He's just stepping. Now, does that mean he's doing a poor job? No. But notice that his movements, they blended enough for the group, but him by himself, it doesn't have soul in it. It's movement. Yeah, so it's just, if you, and it's not a fit thing. I mean, fits can help, like your outfit, but yeah, because they brought it up, we could talk about it, but they're not inherently wrong. He held his own enough in it, but if you want to like, if you're gonna isolate him, you could. He doesn't use a groove. Cool. They're like, we're gonna upload that. Hichan said bye.
여기까지 여기 다음 주거든요. 여기까지 열심히 하면 문제 없을 것 같아요.
Oh, I like his tattoo.
건방지네.
It looks similar to mine. Johnny can stay. Yeah, I got Johnny right too. Johnny's got good taste in tattoos. We're not following you.
오늘 연습 너무 만족스럽고요. 오늘
정우.
진도를 굉장히 많이 빼놔가지고 수월하게 끝난 것 같습니다.
So I don't think I've seen a Stussy shirt like that before.
한번 촬영도 해봤는데
That was nice.
보면서 피드백도 받고 또 집에 가서 또 오늘 복습한 것들 생각해 보면서 네, 그럼 될 것 같아요.
Then one of them was off. Scene stealer. Because of makeup. Dangerous. Habitual hugs. He says so yummy. It. Yeah, if I ate before I did that, I'd want to vomit. Not many people can pull off like a little studded Chanel hat like that. It's a vibe though. It looks like a hat you'd get from Texas, honestly.
시계 허용만에 마치 게임처럼 찾아야 됩니다. 이렇게 전국 팔도 찾는 것처럼.
Oh, that's a good take. That's a good take right there. Sheesh, that was sick and clean. Ugh. Now that part, let's talk about it. So like I said that the cinematic version, so like the music video and the dance performance enhanced it. That is true. I think they keyframed it ever so slightly, or they followed that because it really helps dramatize it. But what really makes it work is the fact that if they had to, I would say they would need to fight for that part to be clean so the camera can do its thing and enhance it and make it more extroverted in scope. So that was really, really cool. So cool. That little mess right there. Ah, that was cool. They're probably rehearsing in sections too. Yeah. It's sitting better. It's sitting better. Ah. The wind on that. Ow! Yeah. Freaking whipped him. That's funny. Oh, he whipped him. Oh my god, that was funny. The uyu was funny. 괜찮아?
카메라 멈춰주세요.
Camera, stop it. That was funny.
이태원 혹시 또 그 사람이 나왔어? 또 이 사람이야?
네, 여기가 지금 정신하게 NCT 127 그 장면입니다. 따라오세요. 쳐다보고 있어요.
Oh, that was funny. 신발.
옛날에 요가 배웠을 때 기억나? 네, 요가 안 하고.
I never learned yoga.
그 시간대 이렇게 대자로 이렇게 누워있고.
나 장성희 시즌도 나왔구나.
형 JC.
우리 무이타이 했잖아.
Muay Thai. Snacks. Oh, kimbap. Yo, the kimbops from their convenience stores, freaking good. Oh, maybe it's not. It's just a little energy booster. Never mind. I just lied to you. But the kimbops at the convenience stores are top tier. They're so good. That's what I ate for breakfast every day when I was in Korea. It was just straight kimbap from 7-Eleven. Because why not?
이게 언제 터지냐면은 약간 윤철 형이 날것으로 터져서 완전히 사과를 한 거야. 진짜 사과를 하는 게 멋있긴 해.
Joe, the for real. So much force for no reward on that. Yeah, John. Bless this boy. Oh my god. He went. Hey, look at the bibs. Bibs coming out. You heard. Yeah. It's tiring. We're probably filming that for the broadcast stations, yeah? He said I need to get up. That was a lot of core strain to do that. Yay! That was super duper fun and enjoyable, and I loved it. It was nice to see them act a fool and hit each other, because that's exactly what you would do with a bandana in a room full of men. Is they're gonna go, regardless if it's intentional or not, it's gonna happen. And I thought it was really funny. But I really enjoy this choreo. It looks great on them. No shocker at all. We Them Boys was a part of it. I'm assuming there were other people on it, but having them do it, gosh, it's such a pocket, it's such a vibe, and 10 out of 10. This was great. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Shout out to Kit for this request, just like they request every month in NCT 127. I love the fact to get a look at them every month, and Kit is that sole reason why we get to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to see more NCT, you can either wait around a month for Kit to make another request, or you too could be a part of Patreon and join one of the tiers like Kit and recommend an NCT track to me or other tracks. I've looked at a ton of material in reference to K-pop. Also, I've been looking at the Street Woman Fighter Vietnam side of things, just like I've looked at Street Man Fighter with We Them Boys and Ingyu, and you know, I kind of cited a little bit of that here. And if you're like, Jess, I want to know where all of that is, YouTube is a great way to see a lot of the material, but all of it gets early release, and it's way more organized on Patreon if that interests you. You guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.